Welcome to Tattoo
Cut. Welcome to Tattooed Center, the podcast. I am your host, Pastor Brian, today, and we have the center known as the Tattooed Center with me. And today the roles are switched. Let me ask you, did you get a list of questions?
None, actually. And so he's playing the same game I play.
Yeah.
But I gave him actually a sheet of questions about 30 minutes prior.
Some week.
And last week I gave you a day, 2 days
before.
Yeah. And
but I just want you to know what it feels like.
Well, but you know that Bible front and back. So this show is supposed to be.
You think I know this thing front to back? I try, but I don't have it all there.
I mean, you know a lot more than I do. A lot more.
But that's where we have fun together. We're going to have fun today. And so today I get to ask the questions and I set the subject for the whole show. So before we start.
I'm going to cut you off real quick though. So my show has to have last week's punch on it. Like a little bit of what happened last week, because I have to engage to my viewers a little bit. So we had a lot of comments on racism and all that, and a lot of hate towards it, and some good things and good bad things. And I am against racism. I am against Gypsy Crusader, who's a racist Christian. And also I am not against Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a great man, and I love and respect him. Of what I've seen out of him, I just have an opinion of the ways he did things. So enough said, I will let Pastor Brian continue.
And so I know there's also this guy that said something in the comments about us both being too old and irrelevant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second, you saw my response back. I'm like, dude, I'm 45, dude.
He acts old, but I act pretty young. Actually, I'm probably the one who acts old and you act younger than me.
You know, I have dentures, so I guess you can use that one.
I have posts for dentures. I have implants. Not the same thing.
Yeah.
Over time. Yeah, it all adds up the same way.
It's, you know. And gray hair. I'm not taking my hat off anytime soon. It's not going very well.
Look at that.
It looks bad, huh? But it's all right. We'll see if it grows, and if it doesn't.
Your chin's growing right now. Just stick it on top.
I was thinking my butt hair.
I kind of thought about that, but I wasn't going to go that far. So I was going to say, if I'm running the show today, this is going to be a squeaky clean, no swearing, only good, edifying words to Jesus Christ. Yeah, we'll see if I can keep you in line for 5 minutes. But anyways, so I thought what we'd do today is, so one of the things that I read through comments and I see different things and I talk to different people and all that stuff. One of the things that I've enjoyed in my life and one of the things I enjoy right now is my friendship I have with the Tattooed Center here. He's a good man that's got a good thing going and he's trying to please the Lord. And I want you to see his heart today. So I think sometimes we get on here and, you know, he talked about racism last week and he even hit that just a little bit. And I think sometimes you see the rough edges, but there's a man that loves the Lord and desires to please him and wants to help people grow with him. And I'm hoping my goal today, he didn't know what I was doing today. This is all on me. And I didn't tell him on purpose because I thought he might can the episode. But I want you to get to see his heart and who he is a little bit better today and see that he's trying to, you know, some people, you know, what's the point of this whole thing? What are you trying to prove? What are you doing with all that? And I'm hoping that by the time we're done, you get to see the genuine guy that I know. At the end of the day, none of us know that either one of us is genuine, but our fruit reveals that. And so I want to take that time today. So I've got 20 questions to ask you, and we're just going to go through. We can elaborate, go as deep as you want with these things, or you can go, some are silly, some are deep, and some are anywhere in between. So like you'll like some of them and some of them you're not going to. So I'm going to start with a personal question. All right. Oh, can I call you Billy or do I got to call you Tattooed Center?
Billy's fine.
Okay. Okay. I was going to say TS or Billy.
No, Billy's okay.
Okay.
I want people to know who I am.
All right. So Billy, what's one thing about your life story that most people would never guess?
I was a flight attendant.
You want to explain that a little bit?
So I think I was 19. I was in the union as a plumber, and I was a sissy la 130-pound dude. And I thought this was just too hard of a trade. And I said, I want to be a travel agent. So I started going to school to be a travel agent. And well, Billy started thinking with his own head his wrong head when it came down to when they were hiring after graduation, because I went to one of those little trade schools. And I was like, the girls were becoming flight attendants. So I was like, ooh, 19-year-old kid. I know how to get girls now. And so I became a flight attendant.
So were you one of those? There's exits here,
Yes.
and here.
Yes.
This is how you buckle the belt.
Yes.
Did you get on the
Yes.
microphone at all?
Yes, I did all the time. I was a flight
Were you
attendant for
funny? Were you at least good
Yes,
at it?
so I got in trouble a lot because I worked for Continental Express. So if anybody knows, they now know I'm telling the truth about this because Continental Express is defunct, is big Continental's sister city. So what we used to do is take flights from, I always say it like this because I was based in New Jersey. It was flights from like Palm Springs to LAX, real short flights. There was only one flight attendant on board. There's up to 50 passengers. Most of the time we had propeller planes, and then there was a new jet, which was an RJ3000, which had 50 passengers, and I would fly. I think the longest flight I had was from Newark, New Jersey. I believe it was to somewhere in Wisconsin, I believe. It was like, or no, Milwaukee. So yeah, it was Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it was a 2.5-hour flight. I did that and I hated it. I was trying to be funny. I used to laugh because when I became a flight attendant, I realized that 80% of the males were gay. And so I had to get, so I got in trouble a lot of times because I go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Continental's flight and so and so and so. I am a single straight male. I got caught a couple of times. Anyways, it didn't last very long. It lasted 8 months, and that's something people don't really know
So
about.
flight attendant, and I know quite a bit about you now, and I didn't know that one. That one's new. Okay, so that's good. That's cool. All right. Question number 2. Are you ready? What's the biggest turning point that led you, or Jesus finds us? What's the biggest turning point that turned you to Jesus in your life?
When I fell off the wagon.
You fell off a literal wagon?
Yeah, I was drinking alcohol. I have an alcohol problem. I recovering addict. So I'm so used to causing chaos in my life, and I'm so used to people getting mad at me. And so my ex I'd fall off the wagon. She'd take me to court. I'd do this, take me to court, and so I would fall off like every 6 months or whatever it was. And this time, 2 years ago, she shows up to the house, and I was just being a selfish prick. And I was like, look, it's my birthday and I want to get drunk. Well, I was already drunk. I was already drinking. And my son's mom, instead of even acknowledging it, she looked at me and was like, I don't give a shit no more. You do you. I don't care. And that literally broke the crap out of me. Nobody cared no more. My dad was like, yeah, whatever. She's pretty much, when you're sober up, you can have your son. I'm not taking you to court. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. You're nothing to me no more. That hurt. And so I got sober, and 3 months into that sobriety, as I think I've told you, I was sitting on my desk one day and I heard God calling my name. Just kept saying, it's your time, let's go. It's your time, let's go. And there was a Bible on my desk, and
Okay, so you say you heard God call your name. So it was like, Billy.
no, not call my name, but like I just kept hearing, hey, it's your time, let's go. It's your time, let's go.
Awesome.
I did. I asked my office lady, what did you say? And she goes, I didn't say nothing. And I was coming off alcohol, so it was about 2.5 months of sobriety at the time. So I was thinking maybe, you go through a lot when you're coming off alcohol. So I thought maybe that's what it was, but the key to it all was there's this little Bible, which I kept wanting to show you. There's little small New Testament Bibles that they hand out that was on my desk, and it was under a piece of paper a long time ago. It's been there for a while, and boom, it was right there. But that's really the turning point of God, like going to Jesus and turning to God, was that once my son's mom just didn't give a shit about me no more, and I realized nobody cares no more. Nobody cares if I was down and out. So if I would have fell that time and just kept the continuous, everybody would have just let me fall.
So how did he help you from there? How did he get you? It's like the Bible talks about how we're kind of stuck in our sin and we're kind of in the miry clay. He helps us get back up out of it. How did he help you? How's the Lord helped you?
I think the Lord is having these set guidelines and listening to what the Bible says and not agreeing with everything yet and learning it, but now having guilty conscience for everything that I do has really helped. Knowing that every time I try to do an old Billy thing, it would kind of just like feel horrible to me. And
do you feel God makes you feel guilty, or he convicts you?
Convicts me.
Feel guilty.
I feel guilty. Yeah. I don't think it's God, but I think definitely every time I make a mistake or I've made, do things that I shouldn't be doing. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, like what the heck am I doing? Or even thinking. I mean, there's somebody out there that she knows that I don't bite my tongue very often and I lash. Everybody kind of knows, but I have bitten my tongue for quite some time now. I hardly ever lash out at that person. I don't say things so I've learned through God has probably helped me that the things that I'm hearing are not real. They're fake. And it's just my old Billy trying to come back to me. And so I think God has really helped me. Being in the Word every day has really helped me get through it.
If you had to describe your personality in 3 words, what would it be?
Can we cuss?
You already did a minute ago. We're like 3 minutes in and you already said something.
My personality.
In 3 words.
Loving, caring, crazy.
I think that's good. That was good on the spot of the moment. So elaborate.
I am a very loving human being.
You tried to bring me flowers the other day. That's so cute.
I did.
Just kidding.
I did text you. I love you out of nowhere.
You did. And I'm like, that's random.
I will give my shirt off my back. I hate seeing people go through hard times, especially like my family's been going through hard times, but I finally had to like I get used. No, I'm learning not to be used no more. I'm very caring to everybody else's problems. I think that's a good part of me being a business owner. And then I'm crazy. I say what I freaking want to say. I think that I'm learning to not hurt as many people because that's my big problem, I think. But I'm a goofball. Like, I don't even have to be drunk to be a crazy ass. I've always known I'm a weird kind of guy. I'm a weird dude. I'm not.
At least you admit it.
Oh, I know I am. Like, I do some odd things, but I'm a talker. I'm forward and honest, but I don't want to hurt anybody, and I want to care for everybody. I want to see the best out of every single person I'm around.
Do you also think so? Loving, caring, crazy. Those were the 3, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that? So do you feel like in your own personality then that you expect or want people to love you the way you love them, or care about you the way you care about them? Do you think that carries into?
Yes.
Things?
Yeah. I mean, started this conversation, so yes, I want people to. I just read something today, but like, not expecting, like when you hand a donation out, you shouldn't be proud of that, or, keep it quiet and not, God sees it. Nobody else needs to see it. And I guess I feel like I'm underappreciated by a lot of people, that I do so many things that nobody acknowledges, and I'm being a child and an idiot and realizing I don't need that. I mean, I take pride in not needing a pat on my back, but there's that one person in my life that
Do you
would
feel like,
love.
does the Lord help you, like knowing that He loves you and that He cares about you? Does that help?
Yeah, it does. Knowing that, I mean, I'm still learning how to get to know him better and how, like, every day. Cause I mean, I told you a few weeks ago, I screamed and yelled at him one day, with my son's mom not talking to me no more and being confused. It's driving me nuts, but I know that there's an end goal to everything. He's got a plan for me, and he's got a plan for my life. And I just, curious what's going to be like eventually. But yeah.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What's one childhood memory that shaped who you are today?
I don't have really good memories, man. I'd have to say my dad. They really didn't have a good upgrading, but my dad was always a hardworking dude. No matter what, he would always get up and go to work hungover, drunk, on drugs. And I just remember he'd always push me and want me to do better. And I remember just stand up for yourself mentality. I don't really have great memories.
But how do you take, because this is the thing, you're a great guy today, great dad, moving forward with your life with the Lord. So not having a lot of great memories, how do you build forward? What motivates you, or where do you learn how to be do the things you need to? Like for me, I had great family memories. I could go through a list of them. And not everyone has that. Everyone's got different things. So how do you move past those things?
To God, that's definitely, because I'd say the first I don't want my son to have the same life I had, but I was sure on track for the first 3 or 4 years of his life to show him what a shit show of a life is gonna be like. I mean, at that time, I was still a business owner. I was pretty successful as financially, but I was just a crazy manipulator and sex drive crazed addict that couldn't get it. But I think now, like, if I can see my son, I mean, we're not doing it the right way, which pisses me off, but just to show him what I didn't have, give him memories that I never had, because the memories, I guess, really kills me because I don't think back and I'm like, dude, what memories do I have that are good? And none, all right? None. And I don't want Liam to ever have that. I don't think he'll ever see this video either. I think that's what drives me. It's like I don't want him to have the same life I had.
And I don't think he's going to, because he has very present parents.
I just
Might not be the ideal situation, but there's two good people that are. He's got a good team there, a very good team. So
Thank you.
not all these questions are going to make you cry. I got some ones in the middle to make you laugh some, but we'll keep on going with a couple, and then I'll make you laugh so that we go on to other subjects. But what's the hardest battle you've had to overcome personally, before Jesus and after Jesus? Hearted after this for a little bit. But this is what I want you to see. I want you to see the man behind the Tattooed Sinner podcast and why he is trying to help others find the help that he's found in Jesus.
What was the question?
So, what's the hardest battle you've had to overcome personally, before Jesus and after Jesus?
Being sexually assaulted. Forgiveness. The haunting of it. For the longest time, I thought I was going to end up being the same person that person did to me. And it killed me inside. It crushed me. It's been one of the hardest things to ever deal with. It just fucked my head up. And it's sad because I've taken so many things out on other people because of it. Yeah, it's been the hardest. And I think once I found God, before I found God, I've been able to slowly heal my heart from it. But yeah, the love of my son's mom. Learning to let go. Knowing that there's nothing you could do. You can only get better every day. I think this is too hardest. Because it's killed me inside. It kills me every day. It still kills me today. To know how much of a piece of shit, but I know what God's in my heart now, and I know that He loves me, and that I don't know. I guess that's
No, we can't. We can't ever look and make excuses for the things that we do. But a lot of times when people are struggling and being a piece of work with other people, there's something that's gone on to them. Everyone has a story, and that's exactly. And
like to say, like, it just sucks because you look at that situation from being a kid to what happened to me to
do you mind if I ask a couple questions in there?
yeah.
What emotions after that time? What runs through your mind?
What did I do? Like, why me? Uh, Another person told me it's because I was good looking, like, what?
And I think that's part of the problem, because it was never your fault and you did nothing. It was all that person. And there's nothing, you can't look back and there's no guilt or shame on your innocence was violated. And it's a sad thing. But the more that we live in this world, the more that stuff happens.
I think and then you as go towards a person, like, are you going to do the same shit that happened to you? You go through those motions, and it's been tough. Like, it was a up and down, up and down. Like, am I going to do that again? Like, am I going to do that to somebody? And I think just I've hurt a lot of people since that's happened because I always wanted to I guess it was my way of getting back at that person. I guess now that I look back, 45 years old. Like, I get the opportunity. I hope people watch this to say sorry to everybody that I've hurt. I definitely feel like I'm a changed man today. Still crazy Billy, but
The new Billy. And that's just the decisions that we make and people that watch us things too. The things that we do, the way they impact others, and the things that we have to carry through life because of people and things that have happened. I know it's very tough to talk about those things. And I didn't know if you wanted to or where we would even go with that. That's why I left it kind of open to you.
I think you don't want to talk about it, but this is part of this podcast is to help other people find Jesus. If my story there's a lot more details about me that I won't discuss, but you think that the only way to reach people is to show them who you really are. And I could tell people right now that I love God and I cherish, like, I'm not doing everything right. I make mistakes. I even have a private conversation. I have to talk to Brian after this because it has to be solved and has to be settled before I hurt somebody else. But
Do you see the growth in that though? There's so much growth.
I should have done it though. Like, that's the naive part of me. Like, but it's still, we'll talk about it.
Yep, exactly.
So
Not on here. Not on here.
I don't feel like destroying
So,
anybody.
all right. Let me ask you something. We'll go lighter now, okay? We'll go lighter.
It's all right. Go.
So when you're not doing contracting, what's your contracting company's name again?
ABL Contracting.
If you need somebody, he's right here.
It stands for A Better Life. It really doesn't. It stands for Amber, Billy, and Liam.
But a better life, that works too. I didn't know that makes total sense right there. That makes total sense.
So, side note to that is, so I was sitting there and I was kicked my feet up and my plumbing company is struggling and it's been struggling for a few years now. And I was like, dude, I just want a better life. And so when I was forming the contracting company, I put A Better Life and I wrote ABL down and I sent it to Amber and Amber was like, haha, funny. And she's like, I was like, what? She's like, Amber, Billy, Liam. I'm like, crap. So the first A and B plumbing actually stands for Amber and Billy, but a different Amber. And baby mama hates that company. And so I'm like, well, here you go. This one's for you, but it's A for A Better Life.
A Better Life. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're not working and you're not podcasting, what makes you happy? What do you like to do?
Man, I'm a sick, twisted person. I like to work. It's my hobby. I actually when I have my son Friday through Monday, and so I just like just to be around him. Right now,
You like to go camping some?
yeah, sweet. That's what I was gonna say. We like to camp. I'm the off-road dad. I'm not the Disneyland dad. So like,
Doesn't he look like the typical Disneyland dad? Getting some Mickey ears.
I tell him, mommy can do that, and daddy, because like he likes to wreck things. You know, Liam likes to wreck things. I think this is the only bonus between my situation, which the good situation for us to be in the same home. But for the situation we have is mom is one way and daddy is one way, but we both have the same kind of way of parenting. Decide to twist on this because like I'm very cautious of him too and want the best for him. So my hobbies and stuff and what I do is honestly rest as much as I can now.
That's a good hobby.
Because I give any single parent props that if they have no, at least I have him. The mom has Liam half the time,
but the half the time
it's kid. Yes,
thank God for school and things like that. I have like Caroline gets worn out, I can take over. If I get worn out, it's a team. Like when it's your 3.5 days or whatever the time is, it's you constant.
Yeah,
and so that's I do give props to single parents out there.
Yeah.
And even where you have a situation where he's got both parents active in his life, it is tough in those moments.
And well, last 3 months, and I guess I was just kind of ripped my butt by what's her name, Marie out there was telling me like not to say certain things on this podcast. So while I'm on here right now, she's an amazing mother. Like I give her props like for her like having like those certain days, because Amber actually has to take him to school every day, pick him up, drop him off. And I'm blessed a little bit where it's Monday, and once he gets picked up for school, she picks him up from my house, and then Fridays he's off half a day. So I have a little bit of blessing, but yeah, Saturday and Sunday, I just love being a father though. I think it's the coolest thing in the world.
As we film this on Sunday afternoon, you don't even know where your son is now. Where's your son now?
I don't know.
My wife's got him, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or he's running outside doing something.
No, Liam is with your awesome, amazing wife that honestly I have to give her props for. I don't know why she likes Liam so much, dude.
She does. She loves Liam.
But Have you put your foot in your mouth about what you said about Liam, about his grades?
Do you really want to bring that up? I think your son is awesome and he's a great student. But I just told you not to expect too much overall. Because he's got one of those.
I don't.
He's going to go far in life. He's going to. He's one of those. He's going to build, take things apart. He's going to be.
My main thing is probably not going to happen, but I think he needs a home, like for his mom and dad to figure out whatever they are. Right now, we're not talking or fighting, but or I don't even know what we're doing. But I think we need to at least be co-parents better again.
So your son makes you happy in doing things with him.
Yeah, that's really all I have.
Okay, so what's a fear that you had as a kid that kind of still sticks with you today?
Man, a fear that I had when I was a kid that sticks me today. I don't know, honestly, because my fears are different than what they were. I wasn't scared of heights when I was a kid. I'm scared of heights now. But I had this really bad dream that I still have today that scares the crap out of me. And this little thing and this big needle's pointing me. It's a weird dream. I don't even want to get into it. But like I still have that dream, so that still scares me. I don't really have the same.
When you're younger too?
Yeah, same dream.
So we'll say it was a dream. The same dream?
Same exact dream.
Hopefully, since you just thought about it now, you don't have it tonight. We'll have to ask the next podcast.
I mean.
Okay, so if God gave you a microphone to speak to millions of men, and someday this podcast can do that. We're not quite there yet. We're getting there. What would be the first sentence out of your mouth?
Love God with all your heart.
Ooh, that's a good one right there. It's awesome. Okay. We're going to go a little lighthearted, and then we're going to go deep spiritual. We're on number 9. So we're doing pretty good.
We're pretty good.
What's the dumbest thing that you've ever done that you're willing to admit publicly?
I ran into a bug zap. No. You know what? I cut my nose off with scissors.
Do you care to explain?
I will explain this one. So rest in peace, my friend Scott.
You told me this story before.
Yes.
That's why the nose does that.
I was 26 years old and party stage, and I think it was a Friday night. My buddy Scott, we had this island in our kitchen, and he was standing in front of me. I was standing in the back by the sink, and I had scissors in my hand. I don't know why I had scissors, but there was 2 of my friends standing behind me, 2 girls, and I had scissors, and I was clicking them. And I was just like, you know what? I was joking around. I was like, put the scissors up to my nose like this. And I was like, but the way I was leaning was like this over the sink. So I was like, told Scott, I was like, hey, what if it would be funny if I cut my nose off? And I was like, I'm just going to mess with him. He's like, don't do that. You're going to accidentally do that. And so I was like, so that back, I don't really have that much backspace, right? You can't go back. And I went and just sniffed. So I'm and like, I'm over the sink, luckily. And I'm like, I was effing this and that. And the girls are like, yeah, right. And I turn around, blood just pouring out of my face. And one of the girls passes out. And my buddies, which was just miserable, is they actually put it in a Ziploc bag and posted it on the refrigerator because the next morning they knew I wasn't going to remember because I woke up with 2 black eyes. Yeah, so yes, I mean, so I've learned to actually laugh at myself on that one, even though my buddy goes, well, there goes your looks. So I looked like Rudolph for like 3 years. It was bright red. And then, I have like cool people like my son's mom. She's like, I hardly ever noticed it. I'm like, bull crap.
I hardly ever notice it except every time I look at your face. Well, that's pretty dumb. That's right up there. All right, next one. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, calories don't matter, what would it be?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, like a double-double?
Double-double. I'd do a 4x4 if I could.
4x4? Do you get everything on it?
No. I'm an onion and no tomato guy. Just onions and cheese.
Onions, cheese, lettuce?
Lettuce, yeah.
Do you get the sauce?
No, I don't like that stuff.
You don't like the sauce?
I don't like the sauce.
So you eat a dry burger?
It's not dry. It's got ketchup and
you put ketchup in it.
Well, whatever has on it.
It has the Thousand Island.
Yeah, their sauce.
You like that?
Yeah, I like their sauce.
Oh, then that's okay.
Not that other sauce that they have. What's that? Don't they have another sauce they have? They put it on their fries.
That's the same sauce.
Is it the same? Okay. Yeah, I don't like that.
But you like it on the burger?
Yeah, I like it on the burger. Yeah.
Okay. So an In-N-Out burger. That's not a bad choice. What's your most embarrassing church moment? Do you have an embarrassing church moment?
I don't know. Do I? Can you tell me? I think I was looking at my YouTube and it popped up.
I was going to say sing in the choir. No?
Oh, no. I mean, to be honest with you, like...
Is there any embarrassing moment? Have you done anything embarrassing at church?
I know of, I don't think so.
Pass gas in your row and then
No,
around
I've
your
never.
nose? No?
Dude, to be honest, going on that subject, I don't fart in front of people, and like I don't fart in front of women. I don't do it. An accident, I will, but like,
Silently.
no, I don't.
So no embarrassing church moments? You have
I think I was
embarrassing?
looking at our YouTube one time and it popped
When
up.
it popped up and started
Yeah, and
playing?
you said something about it. So
Okay, so we'll take that one. What's one thing that your friends clown you for that you fully deserve it?
cutting my nose off,
Anything else?
running into a bug zapper.
Running into a bug zapper.
Yeah, I was drunk off my ass and
With your nose?
No, it was another time.
Okay, so what?
So I get clowned on that. I get clowned mostly on that. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of things my friends still clown me on. Like I have to stay. Like some of my friends don't even like me because they have to keep their wives away from me. That was the biggest thing. Like that was the biggest thing growing up. Like I was notorious for doing that. I was a punk. Like they weren't married. It was just a running joke now.
Yeah.
But when they were kids, it's still their girlfriend. So yeah, my bad.
Okay, so what's the most Billy thing you've ever done? And the definition of Billy is up to you because you are Billy.
So
What's the most Billy thing you've ever done?
I don't know. Bill, I mean, I've positive. I'm gonna do. I don't know.
What's the most Billy thing you've ever done?
I don't know. I really don't. That one's I don't.
It's like we'd say one of the dumbest things you've done is cut your nose. That wouldn't be a Billy thing. That was just a dumb moment.
Yeah.
So what's the most Billy thing you've ever done?
I mean, I'm just a very genuine, nice person. So I mean, I've done some really nice things for people. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. No, on that one. I'm gonna actually go home and I'll think about that because
Okay,
I
so
don't
we might
know.
have to answer that on a later.
The next one I'll answer
It's
that.
kind of hard to know some of the answers to questions when you don't get the questions, right?
Well, and I don't know if maybe I need to work on being more genuine about things because maybe I don't. But I mean, I've done some really nice things to Billy.
Totally missed what I was saying right there. Wouldn't it be nice to have the questions way ahead of time so you actually have a good answer?
No, then it would have probably been a fake answer because I can't answer the question.
True. All right. What's a habit you have that Jesus is still working on in your life?
Cussing. There you go. Use
The
that.
Lord's working.
We'll use that one.
So, okay. You thought of some other things, but we're not going to go there. Do you feel bad when you swear?
No, because I remember our very first podcast. I don't think cussing is a sin.
Oh, do you think the Lord could ever change your heart on that?
No.
You don't think so?
I think God has a personality for everybody. I think he wants me to be the way I am.
Okay. I wanted to hear that on tape. So someday, if you say differently, I can go back to the Billy podcast and we'll be able to.
I think they'll always cuss. So, yeah.
If heaven has a gym, what machine are you hitting first?
If he has a gym, I mean,
what's your favorite piece of workout equipment?
I don't like any of it. I'm 45 years old. It all hurts. Bench press.
You said that kind of quick. Can you still bench pretty good?
Yeah. I'm getting stronger. I think I can push like 1-2 times, like 320 or something like that. But I mean, as you get older, I can barely move my arms half the time.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not near as old as you, but I get that. So,
and I'm doing it with baby mama. I'm not on anything. Just so you know, I have to throw that in there because everybody thinks I'm on something. I'm not on any supplements. I've been getting fat again, dude. No,
and I'm not on anything to have this fabulous looking body either.
I don't have a fabulous looking body, but I realize I know I'm getting bigger because these stupid shirts don't fit.
But is that your muscles getting bigger? Or
It's muscles. It's the arms. Yes, this is getting just fatter again. I was losing so much, and then all of a sudden I just started eating. I haven't cheated bad. I just eat not perfect now. So whatever. Back to your questions. I don't like talking about myself.
We've been talking about you.
I know, but like
this is awesome. I like it because this doesn't ever happen. You gave me the mic, and that's why that's why we're gonna do it this way today. Next one. What's something your younger self would never believe about you today?
That he was single? I mean, honestly, I really actually didn't think I would ever be this. Well, I'm single because for 8 years I've been chasing the same woman.
He's single, ready to mingle.
No, I honestly, no, I don't think so. I don't think. Am I done chasing one person? Yeah, but I'll let God put it wherever he needs to put it. At the end of the day, I know who I want to be with. And if think that that's still in your heart, you shouldn't be chasing anybody. I think because somebody says something, would you go, if you got with me and I fell for you, would you go back to your son's mom if yeah, in a heartbeat? I mean, that's not fair to the next person.
And
So,
the way you would date now with just going out to dinner and being a good Christian boy on dates.
or test driving the car.
Yeah. You don't get
Or
to
test driving the car.
cars.
No,
Anyway.
no, there's only one person that right now, and I think it's going to take a lot more time. I think, yeah, it's going to take time.
The Lord's got to plan through it all. What's the Bible verse that carries you through your darkest moments? What's your go-to Bible?
Romans 12.
Romans 12, which verse?
Hold on. Let me.
There's like 21.
I know, but let me put my.
What does it start with, huh?
I don't remember. I don't
remember.
Well, I do, but I'm not good at the verses. So let me go to it because it was my favorite. Like I literally, it was just reading it the other day. Where is it at? I had to learn how to put the save button because I was like, oh, that's how you save it. Which is it? Where no? The righteous will live by faith. It's my favorite part of it. I mean, the whole one is for the gospel, righteousness of the God is revealed, and the righteousness that is in faith by the first two last, just as is written, the righteous will be.
So if you had told me that you wanted Romans 1:17, I could have helped you with that.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
See, I knew the address.
But that's I constantly, I read that one, but.
That's awesome. Okay. If you could sit down with one Bible character for 30 minutes and talk to them, who would it be?
David.
I thought you said you don't like David.
I actually sat back after the podcast and I realized, yeah, I don't like him because that's the old him. I want to be him, the man of own God, man
for God's own heart.
That's, yeah.
I think though the passion, the caring, the loving, and some of the things in you, I think you can see that in David. When we let those things run us, when David let his flesh side of those things run him, David got himself in big trouble.
Correct.
When David did the spiritual way, he did a great job with it, which is a great lesson thing to remember for yourself. So that's why I think you didn't like David. I see a lot of similarities there between the two of you in good ways.
Yeah.
David's one of my favorite Bible characters. I would love to be the spiritual man that he was.
Same here. I think he's just, after I read it, I'm like, wow, what a great person.
Okay. We got one more question, and then we have a rapid fire 25 question fast round, and we're done.
What?
Yes. So this question is, what's one thing Jesus healed inside of you that people don't see on the outside? That's part of Christianity. There's a lot of stuff that goes on inside that no one sees.
To her, I keep talking about her. I think that's, God has helped me go through the days. Like he's healed that part of me where it's not as depressing and sad that nobody can see. Like nobody understands. Like I lived for years, 7 years, 6 years, cried myself to sleep every night. So I think he's really worked on me a lot on that and understanding, more of an understanding person. Like God has really helped me understand that you cannot control anybody else.
Yep.
You cannot get anybody else's feelings. It's trust and believe that I would love to just grab that person and be like, dude, but you know.
Okay. These questions that I asked now, quick answer.
Okay.
Fast. Some are easy. Coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Favorite guilty pleasure snack?
Snickers.
Worst job you've ever had?
Flight attendant.
One word people use to describe you?
Asshole. Jerk.
What tattoo would you add next since you're the tattoo center?
Actually, I'm getting it right here. It's going to say tattooed. It's going to say sinner. It's going right here. And then Statue of Liberty's going on my neck.
Most overrated fast food chain?
McDonald's.
Favorite holiday?
I like them all. Out Christmas.
Your favorite Hallmark movie? Sappy movie? Your favorite chick flick?
Titanic. That and another one I can't think of.
What's the other one? I want to know.
I can't think of the other one. I know what it is. Notebook. And the one with Britney Spears, dude. Whatever that one was. Yes, I thought it was really stupid, but I liked it.
That's hilarious. Okay. So
I guess I have a thing for Britney Spears.
Titanic and Notebook. Something you're irrationally afraid of.
Overpasses?
Snakes. I was going to say.
I'm scared of hell of overpasses.
But you're also scared of snakes.
Well, yes.
One of his jobs he's working on, I've got a Ring video. If anybody in the comments, I might send you a copy. And there was a snake supposedly on the porch, and he flipped out. And so he that was fun.
Okay, so yes. Okay, snakes. I'm scared of a lot of things, okay?
Okay, so I think we already talked about your favorite, the Bible character you relate to most. I think David.
David, yeah.
Okay, so one sin Christians pretend they don't struggle with.
It's supposed to be rapid fire cussing essay.
Harder to do, forgive others or forgive yourself?
Forgive myself.
Why?
Because when you hurt somebody, you don't really like it's hard to forgive yourself. Like it's pretty easy for somebody to say sorry to you, but at the end of the day, you're still living with guilt in your heart.
Okay, one spiritual habit you struggle with the most, like spiritual good things that you do. What do you struggle to do that you should do spiritually?
Spiritually, it was like.
So like Bible reading, prayer, going to church.
Did I struggle with? I mean,
Yeah. Is there one that's harder to do for you?
I think, well, obviously memorizing verses. I think I don't want to, and I think that's my problem.
Okay, if I told you how to preach a sermon, what book of the Bible are you preaching from?
All of them. I don't know. Probably Corinthians.
Corinthians, first or second?
First.
Okay. Is sin a doubt? Yes or
Is
no?
sin a doubt?
Or is doubt a sin? Sorry.
No.
Okay. What's louder in your life sometimes, your flesh or your faith?
My flesh.
Verse that punches you in the face every time you read it.
The ones that they talk about not have sex before marriage ones. I don't agree with them.
Do you have a pet peeve in church? A church pet peeve?
Oh man, when the amen thing, when you're speaking, oh my goodness. Amen, amen, amen. It's like stop it.
That just means they agree.
I know, but when you're serving and they constantly doing
I
it,
like a few amens.
I mean, here and there, it's good, but when they're constantly, yeah, go ahead.
One thing that Jesus changed in you that shocks even you.
All that crap I talk about sex before marriage.
Would you survive 2 weeks in the wilderness alone? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Not really, no.
Okay. If you could ban one Christian click forever or cliche, what would it be?
I mean, cliche.
Phrases that people say. Like mine would.
What
would be yours?
The good news. I can't stand that. That's annoying.
Good news.
The good news.
That's what the gospel.
But you don't go up.
Good news.
But yeah, I know that. But just going up to somebody and be like, "Hey, have you heard the good news?" It's like
I would do if God only gives tough things to tough people, or things like that, or God won't give you above what you can take.
oh yeah,
We'll get rid of things.
yeah.
And then, what would you rather fight?
Hold on. What is it? They always say that God can handle everything, or He won't give you as much as you can't handle.
Yeah.
But that's not true because it's not ever says that Jesus can handle it, but we
Yeah,
couldn't
but
handle
yeah.
it. We can't. Okay, go
That's one of those exactly.
Yeah.
So, would you rather fight 1,000 bees or one raccoon?
One raccoon.
And then, if you could ask Jesus face to face one question right now, what would you ask him?
Let me make me cry again, man. Why are me and my son's mom not together?
Okay, so we've taken the past. How long have we been on?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me a stupid time thing on it.
So we've been on for a while now. We've taken some time to get to know the tattooed sinner and the heart of the tattooed sinner. So before we close, anything you want to add or anything you want to toss my way before we get done?
What do people not know about you that you're willing to say out loud?
What do people not know about to say out loud? That's a good question right there. Very, I don't know. I'm very okay, since my mom's died, I'm a very emotional person now. I've never been emotional in my life.
Real?
I'm very emotional.
Actually, your wife told me the other day.
I try to keep that to myself, but I'm very emotional. And my feelings are in me way stronger than what they've ever been. That would be one thing. I'm also very hard on myself.
Are you?
Beyond what it should be. Growing up, I didn't, I went to a Christian church, Christian school, all those things, but I was always the bigger kid. So I always got picked on.
Dude, I finally went through somebody, I think it was your Facebook or your wife's. I was going through all the pictures of you guys. I didn't realize how big you really were.
I was about 340. And
Dude.
I got down, I'm about 40 up. But that's still.
But you look completely different than from. I was like,
I know. But even in grade school, I would always get in all honesty, the reason I lost all the weight, I just hated myself enough to starve myself and to make.
But I have to be a true asshole on this one. But I am. You have a very good looking wife. Looks definitely were not her thing. You know what?
How did that get flipped back to that? All your question was a couple things people don't know.
Okay. I'm kidding.
I'm very hard on myself, harder than what I should be. So
Yeah.
I'm good at giving people grace. I'm not good at giving myself the same.
Well, you think you should. I mean, you're a good man. You have a good heart, and you do a lot. You do a lot, man, for people. I mean, doing this podcast is a lot because there's a lot of people that I know have said that. Why are you doing it? Trust me, I hear the birdies chirp too. And he does it because he knows me and him are a really good team, and I do believe we are yin and yang in a sense.
And I believe in you.
I believe in
that
you
God's
too.
going to use this in a great way. That's why I do it.
I believe, and that's somebody asked me, and I'm critiquing myself why we go to, and I have to actually before we go, not everything I say on here is meant to hurt anybody, and people I think take it wrong. And again, sometimes we say things just out loud, and it's not what we truly meant. But I'm trying to help people, and so actually, as we go, I have a goal that I want to do, and I'm going to do it. So I think I've told you this a couple years ago, what I wanted to do one day with my construction company. And I think I'm going to start formatting it. I need to figure out how to do it. You know nonprofits better than I do, but I want to build a house for not a poor family, but I want to build a house for one family a year through donations. And I want to do it every single year. They have to be Christian. They can't be a family that lives on the streets or homeless. They have to be a Christian-based person that struggles, but that wants their own house. And I want to do it once a year. And I'm going to start doing a foundation. So eventually, I think in the next one, I'll have a click where they can donate. Once we get to a certain amount of money that I don't get to touch, that goes into a thing, and then we get a real estate agent, buys a home, we build it, and we give it to one family a year. Moving forward, I think that is my way, because that's me in a nutshell. I want to give back. And somehow to figure out how to do it would be amazing, and to give them a better life. Hence the title. So what do you think about that
Yeah, that's awesome.
crazy tattooed center idea? I have crazy
So
ideas.
that's love, care, and crazy all rolled into one.
All rolled into one. Well, thanks for this episode, man. I cried.
Last week when we finished, his words to me are, "You're asking the questions next week. You got the lead."
Yeah.
That's all I was told. And so he's been bugging me all week long to give him the questions and to do all that stuff. And I personally did not, because he would not have picked to do a podcast about himself.
Yeah. Oh, because I have to
You
be.
would not have picked it, but you did it for me.
It's funny. I got ripped to like. I want this on camera. Somebody's talking about, my son's mom and why I say the things you think she's watching them. Like, you shouldn't be saying that if you really love her. I'm like, man, it's just a show in a sense. So I got to be careful now. Like, I have to shed lightly, but I don't want to be that way. This is how this podcast has to be. And we have to be open and honest.
If he had the questions early, he could come up with all these.
I wouldn't have cried.
So, but I want everyone to see the genuine guy that I know. And so I hope that today's podcast, you understand, he and I both come from completely different backgrounds, but the Lord has brought us together, and he's a good man, striving to please the Lord. He's growing. I'm growing. We're both growing, and we're going to try and help each of us do the same thing.
And last statement, I'm not going to take a break from the podcast, because there is people hitting me up privately saying, don't stop. Like, they said I was going to pause. I'm like, I got to pause during Christmas. Like, there's got to be 1 week that we take off just so we can enjoy our families. And because believe it or not, I do think about this podcast a lot. Like, I go through it going like, hey, how's it going to, it's growing. It definitely, last one, I have not paid for any little advertising for it. It's just natural moving. And again, we're going to get hate. And we're going to get love, and then we're going to get a lot more hate, and that's okay. I think that's natural for people to hate Christians once in a while. Like, we just got to change the narrative. So we're not going to do a pause. We're going to keep going. What do you think?
Sounds good.
But I do need your help finding other pastors, because they don't want to talk to me now. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. They're like, no. Like, I can't. A couple people said yes still, but there's other ones saying kind of backtrack. They're like, I can't get up there with you. I'm like, the pastor's here with me. So maybe if you kind of fish out and be like, hey, man, just give it a chance, give it a roll. I thank you guys for joining the show. Again, hopefully you guys got a little bit of piece of me. Since this is Brian's show today, how are you ending it?
We got to close out in a word of prayer. So that's how you close out all the other ones. I did all the question asking. I'm really tired because I had a lot of work in this episode. So I want you to close in a word of prayer.
I did it for Thanksgiving. My family made me do it.
They made you pray for Thanksgiving?
Yes, because now I'm the Bible thumping.
I love it.
Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to have this podcast. I thank you for Pastor Brian and his questions and allowing me to open as best and open and honest as I could possibly be. Help us grow this podcast, Lord. Help us reach other millions of people out there that, maybe this resonates to them and maybe they can feel the love that we have for them and that how God has for them. And they can listen to our craziness and Pastor Brian and his open honest about the Jesus Christ. Lord, we thank you for everything you have. Give us a blessed week. Allow us to have a great, safe week and pray for all the families that need you out there. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Hey, if anybody out there has any questions or comments or has some topic you want to talk about, leave it in the comments. And
Or
say that we're too old again. Dude, I'm coming after you. No, I'm just kidding.
just leave your address. I mean,
Both come and toilet paper your house or something.
because we're not old. We're just
We're young. We're middle aged. We're right where he wants us to be.